Daniel Sports Central being over 5 reasons why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to beat the Chiefs and win Super Bowl 55. And this has been quite a season for the Buccaneers, bringing in Tom Brady. And this team is headed to the Super Bowl in Tom Brady's first season with a brand new team. Should make for quite a matchup between the Bucs and the Chiefs. In turn, we go over 5 reasons why Tampa Bay is going to win the game. And these reasons will be in no particular order. That being said, we're going to start off with number 1, which is going to be none other than Tom Brady. He's going for his 7th win in a Super Bowl. This is his 10th appearance in one, and he's as experienced as anyone has ever been in the entire NFL. I mean, Tom Brady, we've seen him over the course of the season. I mean, there were some bumpy games. He threw, I think, 3 interceptions in the game against the Packers last week, but Tom Brady finds a way, and he's gotten it done easily. I mean, if you look at his stats over the course of the season, 4,600 yards, 40 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He's also got a 66% completion rate, which is insane out of a man that was of this age. I mean, Tom Brady's in his mid-40s now, and he's going for his 7th Super Bowl win here in a couple of weeks. So this is going to be an insane matchup here for Tom Brady. Very important game for Tom Brady in general. Honestly, there's a good chance, I think, if Tom Brady wins this game, I mean, there's nothing really out for him to prove other than the Super Bowl here. If he wins the game, I don't really see Tom Brady returning for the 2021 season. I think Tom Brady could easily retire, and that's kind of a crazy take there, and something that many people haven't really talked about yet. But I definitely think Tom Brady being in his mid-40s already, like this could be his last game here if he does get a win against the Chiefs in Super Bowl 55. But yeah, he's consistent and is still as accurate as about anyone, which is insane saying that once again considering his age. But he's got a 66% completion rate, which, I mean, that's insane out of any quarterback in general who's been playing this long. I mean, yeah, he's still putting up insane yardage too, 4,600 yards on the season, 40 touchdowns. Yeah, so Tom Brady's going to have a huge impact on this team as he has all season. Like, this Buccaneers team going into 2020, this is a team that was having a tough time getting even above 8 wins. And Tom Brady goes out in his first season with this team and leads them to the Super Bowl. It's been an insane season for Tampa. Number 2 is going to be the receiving core for the Bucs. And really, I mean, you can't have a good quarterback without good receivers, that's for sure. This receiving core is led by Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, both of which who have had major seasons for the Bucs. You also got Rob Gronkowski. I mean, Rob and Tom Brady have always been a great duo in New England, and it's been huge for Tom Brady having Gronk back with him in Tampa. And he's also had a great season too. If you look at his stats, considering even Gronk's age, it's pretty crazy to see. But Scott Miller, he's the 3rd receiver on this team. He's also made some big plays. Obviously, he had that huge play at the end of the first half against the Packers in the NFC Championship game where he outran Kevin King and got the touchdown there. So yeah, Scott Miller's definitely been pretty good receiver as well. If you look at the stats for all these players, Mike Evans over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Chris Godwin is knocking on the door of 900 with 840 yards, 7 touchdowns. Then Rob Gronkowski just over 600 yards and 7 touchdowns. Number 3 reason is going to be the momentum for this Tampa Bay team. I mean, this team has got a 7-game winning streak going right now. I mean, they beat the Packers last week. They beat the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, likely the MVP of the league this season, in the NFC Championship game. It looked like many people, including myself, thought that the Packers were the best team remaining out of the top 4 last week. But Tampa Bay came in and played an outstanding game. They ended up beating the Packers in convincing fashion. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a blowout there for a little bit, especially at the start of the second half, right when Aaron Jones had that fumble and the Buccaneers got the score to kick off the second half there. But, I mean, for the Buccaneers, yeah, they've got more momentum than anyone right now. Honestly, I'd say they got more momentum than the Chiefs, considering, I mean, they beat the Packers last week. The Packers were said to be unbeatable, so that's an outstanding win. Tons of improvement over the course of the season as well. I mean, if you look at the middle of the season, especially between like October, November area for Tampa, I mean, this team was not as good as they are right now. This is the best that the Bucs have been all season, which is, I mean, this is a great time, obviously, for any team to gain some momentum here, because, I mean, the Bucs, if you look at them in the middle of the season, they were starting to look like possibly, a wild card team, as they ended up being. But at this point, they're looking like they are the best team in the NFC. I mean, they beat the Packers, so I mean, yeah, this team has improved a ton over the course of this season, if you look at it that way. Number 4 is going to be the defensive line for the Bucs. This D-line has had a huge impact on this team's success over the course of the season. If you look at how well they shut down Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones and the rushing game in general last week, like, it was insane what the Buccaneers were able to do. I mean, if you look at the Packers against the Rams in the divisional round, I mean, the Packers had no problem rushing up against that stellar Rams defensive line. Like, they had Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and Jamal Williams all rushing against them. And if you look at the rushing game for the Packers, they hardly got anything done. I mean, the defensive line for the Buccaneers really stepped up last week, and they got to continue that going into this Chiefs game. Like, they got to put a lot of pressure on Pat Mahomes if they're going to get the win here. They have to. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is definitely, I'd say, the best quarterback in the league right now and over the past couple of seasons. Like, Tom Brady is great, but Patrick Mahomes can run as well as be an outstanding passer as well. So you got to put pressure on Mahomes here in this matchup. And if you look at the amount of sacks that the Buccaneers have put over the Packers over this past season, like I'd probably assume that the Buccaneers played the Packers twice this season. The Packers had, I think they had allowed like 5, 6, 7 sacks over the course of the season. Pretty much all those were to the Buccaneers. So if you look at the Packers here, like, they've got a great offensive line. Buccaneers had no problem getting past that in that matchup. Number 5 is going to be the experience on this team. Really, Tom Brady. I consider putting Tom Brady here for a second time because of how big of an impact this player is. I mean, it's insane what Tom Brady's done at his age. Like, it's just crazy seeing how he leads the Patriots to 6 Super Bowls. He led them to more than that. He won 6 Super Bowls with the Patriots. But I mean, for him to go from New England and being an outstanding player there, a Super Bowl contender every single season there, and coming over to Tampa Bay and leading them to the Super Bowl in his first season, I mean, it's insane what Tom Brady's been able to do over the course of this year. I mean, it's wild. It's really just crazy what he's been able to do considering his age as well. He's in his mid-40s. Like, he's like a 44-year-old, I think, leading a team to a Super Bowl here. This is insane seeing what he's been able to do. And he led this team to an 11-5 regular season, which has not been done in quite a while for the Buccaneers. Like, this is a Tampa team that really has had a tough time even getting above 8 wins. So, I mean, it's insane what Tom Brady's been able to do this season. And he is definitely the most impactful player on this team right now. He's had a huge part in the success of the Bucs this season. And really, the difference from 2019 to 2020, I think the Bucs were 7-9 last season, if I'm correct. I mean, it's insane seeing the difference between both of these seasons for the Bucs. And I mean, Jameis Winston's a great quarterback, but Tom Brady's really proven how outstanding of a quarterback he really is in this season. And really, once again, I think Tom Brady, if he does win this game, and if he does win his 7th Super Bowl, there's a very good chance that he does retire. I think with him being at his age, he's proven all he really needs to if he wins this game here. I mean, he's proven that he's already proven he's an outstanding quarterback, but really he's done all he really needs to if he moves to the Buccaneers and wins a Super Bowl in his first season. It's outstanding what's been able to do, but this game is also taking place where the Buccaneers call home in Raymond James Stadium. That is definitely going to be something to mention here, as it's going to be where the Buccaneers are most comfortable, so definitely that's got to be something you got to watch out for here. That being said, that wraps up my 5 reasons why the Buccaneers are going to beat the Chiefs in Super Bowl. Let me know your thoughts and comments below, though, on the game. Let me know your score predictions, all of that down below. I appreciate you guys all watching. Stay tuned for more from All Sports Central. I'll see you guys all later.